Oh, hello everyone. This is this is me, Dusty Circuit here with some more Kerbal Space Program, and today we're just picking up where we left off with we s- preparing our mission to go to Sarnus, and at this point I pretty much have most of the ship done, though. I just had this thought that, well, to solve the issue that where we're running out of our monopropellants, what I could do is, well, we still have the asteroid, it's up there that we can actually rendezvous with, and I actually left part of a spaceship that's still attached to it that has a mining drill and a refinery on it. So if we could dock this thing to it, I should actually be able to refuel this with monopropellants. And so I guess I'll give that a try. But if that fails, I guess I'm just gonna launch a tank of monopropellant to dock with this thing so I can refill it. But I guess there's one last rocket that I want to launch to dock to this, and then I think it's going to be ready to send to Sarnus. It's this one here, and I was actually gonna attach like a lander specifically for like Iwu and the other lighter moons, but I just came to the realization, or just the thought occurred to me that, well, I could just use the plane that I'm sending up for TechCo to do that, like, because it actually has the ability to land on like, it can actually land on small, like, low gravity moons just fine. So figured, just I guess, just to keep this mission that much simpler, what's this, I guess we could omit that. And it's always nice to keep lag to a minimum in this game. But this is really just kind of my, well, this is that probe. This is the same probe that I sent into Joule, but this time I've added parachutes to it, which I hope are going to slow it down, so that I can actually deploy this antenna. But I guess we'll see how well that works. Wow, that has to be the smoothest dock I've done so far. And well, with that, I guess this is ready to go. I just need to dock with the asteroid to refuel my monopropellant, and then we can send this on its way to Sarnus. Okay, so I've set the asteroid as my target, and I'm a little bit concerned how actually how maneuverable and stable this whole combined craft is going to be, but I guess we'll figure that out. We'll find that out. Okay, so kind of ran into some more unforeseen problems. It turns out that the miner that I left attached to this asteroid just wasn't, like, if I would if I'd start the drill, it wouldn't actually I wouldn't actually mine. So I ended up having to send yet another rocket up here just so I can switch out this part at the very front of my spaceship that actually has the miner and that has the mining drills and the refinery. And well, I got that done I decided to do all that off camera just so I don't have to bore you with that stuff. And but I guess this actually kind of comes in handy. What comes in handy about this is I could just undock this thing. I could just leave this thing attached to the front of the whole spaceship, and then I can also use this to refuel within the Sarnus system. Not that I'm gonna need that, but at least it could come in handy. And I forgot to mention that the Sarnus system also has asteroids like around it. Like I believe the gap between Elu and the rings has like a lot of asteroids, which actually can come in handy for like if you send a mission out there, that could come in handy for refueling. But I'm just gonna leave what's left of this asteroid in Kerbin orbit. And then I guess I'm going to depart Kerbin finally for the journey out to Sarnus. But before we leave, I want to show off one thing. And that is actually what it's like to actually go inside of that gravity ring. So yeah, this thing basically is spinning. I guess trying to get into it while it's spinning might be ill-advised. But yeah, you actually can traverse this. And it's basically like there's like artificial gravity here because this thing we're basically effectively in a big centrifuge. And this thing, basically this ring is spinning around and is simulating gravity. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's basically what this is like on the inside. Okay, I think it's time we depart for Sarnus. Yeah, of course, we're very big and cumbersome ship now, but as we shed this stuff, like in the front, and I guess also as we shed these stages in the back, it's gonna become easier to maneuver. And I don't think I'm going to dare to do physics time warps, so I guess I'm just gonna let this burn happen, and well, I mean, we might be able to do a little bit, but I'm gonna be very careful on the physics time warp, and I guess I'm just mostly in edit. I guess I'm just gonna speed this up in editing. And, well, I guess do the magic of editing, and I guess in maybe a few minutes, we'll be done with this burn. And with that, our burn is complete. Sayonara Kerbin. As we'll see, this will come back another time. Oh, and I also brought this antenna, at least on my ship, because I might, I'm thinking I might want to do, like, once I get to the Sarnus system, I might want to do a couple orbital surveys. I'm not sure if I'm really going to need it. So let's set Sarnus as our target. Then do our inclination match. And then we do our trans-Sarnus injection. Then we just wait for our giant ship to turn around. And I tend to use RCS to speed this up, but I'm gonna try to avoid doing that because that wastes monopropellant. I don't know if this comes through very much on this. I'm not sure how badly this comes through in the video, but my game is lagging pretty bad right now. I can probably tell we might even be sub 10 FPS. Or maybe just barely above 10 FPS. Okay, and now for the big one. Probably the longest burn we're gonna be doing in this mission. I guess sort of also the one to get home. I have a hard time believing this is only going to be 20 minutes. Apparently the estimated time didn't change, so I guess we'll start it there. So it looks like with this one, we're gonna lose one of our booster sections for interplanetary stage. Kind of about 2/3 of the way into the burn. So we're really going to Sarnus and also the other outer planets, the other planets in the outer planets mod. It's basically I think of it like just a dual mission, but more Delta V required to actually do like a transfer to the planet, because obviously the planet's farther away. Like Sarnus is, I think, twice as far away as Jewel is. Like, I think Jewel is around 60 billion meters, where I think Sarnus is around 120 billion meters. And then I think like each of the other planets is almost double that. And another thing about when you're getting very much farther out in the solar system is solar power becomes increasingly less useful, because, well, the farther away from the sun you get, the less available sunlight there is. So especially when you get to around like Urim neodyms distance, solar panels really become not very useful, and RTGs or some other kind of nuclear reactors is recommended, or really some other power source that isn't solar power. We're just about to stage. And there's that glorious separation. And gotta love it when the music tries to play, but it's like it can't decide whether it wants to play or not because of, you know, the sound, like the engine sounds. And so far our... Oh, because I put the... Like... Because some of the parts I put in these stages include, like, probe core type of things, like... That, I guess that considers that a probe, but I guess we'll ignore that, but... We're... Looks like we're just passing through, Zor's, orbit, and we're... I guess over the next, probably a few minutes, we're gonna cross, Joule's orbit. Or our apoapsis. But kind of for the vast majority of this burn, our apoapsis has just been going up ever so slowly, but as we get near the end of it, it's going to actually start going up a lot more quickly. Well, due to the sheer amount of game lag, this I've kind of been sitting here watching this burn for the past I think 15 minutes. Or possibly even maybe close to 20 minutes. And we're approaching Joule's orbit. Okay, this is what I mean, where it's really starting to pick up now. You know, as we only have 500 meters per second to go, and then by the end of that, where our periapsis or apoapsis is going to actually go past Sarnus's orbit. So I mean, as you can see, compared to the rest of the solar system, it's a considerable distance out. And we're just crossing Joule's orbit now. Yeah, you can really see the apoapsis number go up both down here and here. Kind of to give you a sense of scale, that kind of like that almost like turquoise kind of orbit, that's Kerbin's orbit in there, and the red one is Duna, and the green, and of course that's Joule. And now we're halfway between Joule and Sarnus's orbit. And we're quickly approaching Sarnus's orbit now. And we just broke 100 billion. And now we've come out of physical time warp. Okay, and that's the burn complete, basically. And now from here, we can just need to fine-tune our approach. Because, of course, we don't want to do that. That is going to, if we don't do anything, we're literally going to crash into the planet, which we don't want. Actually, we can just use our RCS just to kind of fine-tune things. And well, I could do a slate gravity assist, but part of me kind of wants to do like a do an aero brake, like into Sarnus's atmosphere, where basically we just set our periapsis to low enough where we're not gonna get captured, or we're just gonna slow down just enough that we actually get into orbit, as opposed to just being on a trajectory where we're eventually gonna get flung back out again. And this is quite a bit more. This actually is kind of risky because, like, ever since KSP got the, actually got, like, realistic re-entry, where actually parts of your ship can get destroyed by re-entry heat, a lot of people kind of just basically stopped, like, it's like pretty much every mission people do, especially going to Jewel or any other planet with a large atmosphere. I think heck, maybe even going to Duna sometimes people would do air brakes to actually get captured in an orbit around the planet. But ever since that change, less people are doing that now. But kind of in my experience, it seems like Sarnus just has, I guess, like its atmospheric gradient, I guess for lack of a better word, I guess is less harsh than Jewel. It's like so if we, I don't know if we can focus, so Sarnus's atmospheric height is like 580 meters, which is, I think, like, I think that's more than double Jewel's. Yeah, it's 200 meters. So I guess that kind of in combination with Sarnus is a bit lower gravity than Jewel. Like looky here, it's like about 0.3 G. Compared to Jewel's 0.8. Which actually means, I guess, with Sarnus, it's actually possible to do aero brakes without actually having to bring a heat shield with you. So I guess I'll still do a quick save first, just to be absolutely safe. And well, if that fails, then I guess we're gonna do a slate gravity assist instead. And it's gonna do a quick save here. I've decided I'm just gonna wait till either I'm closer to Sarnus or I'm within its sphere of influence before I do any further adjustments to my trajectory. Oh, and that's what the sun looks like when you're this far out. I mean, if you've seen what it looks like in my Jewel missions, it's quite a bit smaller now. Yeah, it's noticeably less bright. Yeah, quite by quite a bit. I'm just making an adjustment to my periapsis height. Okay, so I have no idea exactly how far into the atmosphere to go. Like, I have a rough idea, kind of just largely based on a test flight out here with the same ship that I did, like, I think a day, like yesterday. But that was without this, that was with just the interplanetary stage by itself. That wasn't with any of the other spaceships attached. So this might be a bad idea, but I'm just gonna do another quick save just in case I mess this up. So if it turns out that we messed up royally, we can revert. It's either that quick save I just made or the previous one. And you can just kind of see Sarnus out from here. From the the distant object enhancement, and we're now seeing it get closer. And you can just see the moons flying around. Oh, and there's Tetko, and the Slate. And I think we might think that might be Elu, yeah. And we can also just make out the rings from here. Oh, and there's an eclipse down there. That's video thumbnail worthy for sure. Oh, that's Ovok down there. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is gonna be the scary part. Where we find out whether we've gone too deep in the atmosphere or not deep enough. And atmospheric interface starts now. Though, this Sarnus's atmosphere goes pretty high. It's actually going to take a little bit of time before we start to see the re-entry plasma effects. We're seeing them just about now. Yeah, I just remembered I should have retracted that antenna. Looks like we got it just in the nick of time. Always before it gets blown off. Still gaining speed. Well, fairly shortly we should start seeing that meters per second go down instead of up, as the drag becomes more significant than the gravity pulling us towards Sarnus. think the lowest we'll get is like somewhere like in between, like kind of like in the middle of this part of the atmosphere. I guess we'll find out if that's low enough to be a successful air brake. And it looks like our acceleration is coming to a halt. And now we're starting to decelerate. And it looks like our spacecraft is starting to spin. It might not be a good sign. Well, as long as we keep facing retrograde, it doesn't. I don't really care if we spin. You know, that might be our plane, the wings of our plane to blame for that. Our periapsis is still 3 minutes away. Oh, looks like our orbit's changing rather quickly. I'm getting the feeling we might have to reload our quick save. Oh yeah, we're in orbit. I mean, we might still make it out of this, but we might be in a much lower orbit than we want. Yeah, we're our apoapsis is already below Techco's orbit. Or yeah, our periapsis, it looks like our spinning has kind of lowered our periapsis, which isn't good. Yeah, we might be doomed on this one. Yeah. Yeah, let's restart. Uh, this is me at the 4th attempt at this air brake. And, well, I'm getting confident this one might be the one that might be the successful one. Oh, this might still leave me with a lower periapsis than I want, but I'm so many attempts into this, and I'm like, it's getting to midnight here, so I'd like to, I'm thinking about maybe I'll just be happy with this, and then just continue on with the mission. Okay, we're finally, looks like we're gonna be soon out of Sarnus's atmosphere. And, looks like we're gonna have a slate encounter. Which, might actually work in my favor. Hey, we are officially out of Sarnus's atmosphere. Just figured I'd do some science while we're here. Yeah, there's the custom flavor text for the science, which is pretty cool. Well, I guess it would have been cool to do the atmospheric science while we were still within Sarnus's atmosphere, but oh well. Well, I actually brought a probe to do that. I guess we'll quick save here. And well, this actually really works in my favor. Well, I was intending to do Tetco or Tecto first, and then Slate after. But well, if we do Slate first, that's actually gonna get rid of some pretty serious mass that our spaceship has been having to haul out here. Oh, and it looks like we're going to do this on the next pass. And just want to raise my periapsis out of the atmosphere so we don't have another, so we don't run into it again. Oh well, I forgot to get high space over Sarnus science, but I guess we have plenty of other opportunities to do that. Oh, there's Slate. We're kind of coming in. Looks like we're coming in on a polar trajectory. And feel free to pause the video if you want to read the science definitions. It's getting to orbit around the slate. We're just trying to get into kind of a more ideal orbit to prepare to land on it. Oh, and this is fairly soon we're gonna get to see the up close surface textures of Slate. Should be loading in just about now. Oh, so I said I wanted to do the Slate landing in this episode, but I'm just editing it together now. I'm realizing how long it's gotten, so I guess I'll end the video here, and tomorrow, well, tomorrow, the next video, we're gonna be landing on Slate, and then I guess continuing on with the mission, I guess from the next moon from there is gonna be Tecto. But anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit here with some more Kerbal Space Program. If you liked what you saw, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And peace out. Bye.